Okay, I'm here. Actually, wait, is my mic on? Oh, it's not on. Okay, here we go. My mic is on now. Yeah, and your mic is not. Okay, it's fine. I'll wait for you. Oh.
Can you hear me?
Well, I hear my own voice. And I'm also hearing a lot of mic crackling. So I hear my voice coming out of your mic. I can't speak because I hear my own voice. Is this what I'm gonna have to hear the entire time, my own voice? I don't know why, but my voice is louder than yours. If it doesn't work, we can try a party. Oh my god, ow! Dude, what are you doing to your mic?
Nothing.
Are you beating it?
No.
Sounds like you're dragging it across the carpet. Is this your new mic?
These are the earbuds.
Oh my Christ. Hold on, real quick, let me turn off the music. Cause I thought the lot. Oh, that's your music. Hold on. Let me mute you. Hold on. Dude, I hear everything. I hear your music, I hear my voice, and the only thing I can't hear is you. Oh my Christ, and the mic crackle. What is going on with your earbuds?
I don't know.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to party. Jeez, oh my god. Oh my god, stop. What are you doing?
Nothing, that's the thing.
With an echo.
Okay, I guess it's working.
Hey, Blitz.
Yep, that's working. Yep. Okay, I can mute that now. Okay. Alright, so it was just because it was earbuds. I still hear this weird thing coming through your mic. It's like an air conditioner running, but it's fine.
Don't know how you be hearing that.
Okay, you know what? I will go with it.
Alright.
It seems like my voice covers up the buzzing. Alright. So we're just doing Blitz while we talk about Five Nights at Freddy's 2?
Yeah, I got some battle pass quests for it.
Okay, I definitely do not have any battle passes for it, but...
Yeah, because you don't got the battle pass.
Yeah, because I can't afford the battle... Now that I think about it, how do you afford the battle pass? How do you? I'm the one with these. Yeah, it's like I'm the one with the job here.
I find a way.
You find a way.
I don't know how. About to start sounding like John Hammond.
You're doing drug deals inside this game. Alright, so as far as Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is concerned, what are your thoughts on it? On a scale of 1 to 10.
10. I cannot be happier. You know, the only complaint that I have is that the puppet itself not showing up that much, and the Wither's not getting much screen time.
That's what I was thinking too. Puppet's alright. I mean, Puppet doesn't normally show up at all unless the music box is not wound up.
Yeah.
Other than that, they're just absent the entire game. But for the Wyverns, they were basically degraded.
Really?
Like, they were just toned down to just drones controlled by Toy Chica, with quote-unquote marionette. Oh, I forgot to mention, there's gonna be a lot of spoilers in this. I probably should have said that in the beginning before I said any of that. But, yeah, the Wyverns, like, when you think of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, you think of the Wyverns alongside the toys, like, they were actually, like, significant characters. I was actually hoping that, the Wyverns in the classics were gonna be the same. I mean, it doesn't sound too far off when Abby assumed Toy Chica was just regular Chica with a glow-up.
Yeah.
So, it wouldn't have been too far off, but, they were really just degraded into practically just... Actually, they only had 5 minutes of screen time.
About that, yeah.
Yeah. how about we start at the beginning? We'll go little by little with the game, like how the movie goes.
Oh crap.
Where are you?
Down?
I forgot I'm supposed to be, I'm also down.
Oh.
Okay, so back to the, okay, let's start at the beginning with the movie. So...
That was great.
I remember seeing some reviews about the movie, like, people were, like, complaining about how it's not lore accurate, it doesn't follow the lore. What are your thoughts?
I don't follow the game's lore, because the movie is just its own, just like the books and stuff, it's its own canon. So, of course, it's not going to follow the games.
In my opinion, I think it fits alongside the lore. Sure, there's like a few differences, but other than that, nothing really changed. Like, for instance, Charlie does get isolated and killed off. It's literally the same concept.
Pretty much.
And I saw this one, like, reel about, like, how, you know how Henry says that, I gotta remember what he said. Something about, like, how no one was there to hold her in their arms. And then in the opening, the puppet's holding her in their arms. So I feel like that's foreshadowing.
Yeah.
But, did you see the Five Nights at Candy's arcade machine?
That and the Pop Goes.
There was a Pop Goes.
Which caught me by surprise.
The first thing I saw was Candy. I was like, okay, so they might be technically canon. Because if you think about,
it could be.
Yeah, if you think about it, if you know the story behind Five Nights at Candy's 1, the toys were scrapped like in Fnaf 3, but I believe they were repurposed into Candy and Cindy. So, I feel like them being there, it kind of makes me think, you know, there could be a universe where that actually does happen. Either that, or it does happen, but we're never gonna see it in the movie.
Yeah.
What else happened? I think they used a new costume for Spring Bonnie.
For Spring Bonnie, it looks like, yeah.
It's, yeah, 'cause they definitely withered it up when they did the FNAF 1 movie, so I'm gonna assume they had to make a new one just for the sake of the second one.
I'm gonna guess so. It does look a little bit different.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know that was Vanessa talking to Charlie. Yeah, I just thought it was just one of the victims or something. It took me a moment.
I had a feeling right away that that was just Vanessa.
Yeah, I gotta think, did anything else interesting happen? I mean, other than the water ride thing, that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, definitely unique.
Yeah. What else? I think that was basically it for the opening. There was really nothing else to it.
Well, we did see William take a victim.
He took Charlie. He tried to, but then he ended up killing Charlie.
Yeah.
Something interesting about the whole movie's Faz Fest.
Yeah, that is interesting.
They put a lot of build up to Faz Fest about the ideas, like everyone knows about the story about the ghost children and the animatronic. And I was confused about it at first. And I was thinking, was Faz Fest was Faz Fest a nod to the Halloween update for FNAF VR? I can't remember.
Could be.
I don't know if it was called Faz Fest or the Fall Festival. But
I want to say Fall Fest.
it took me a little bit to realize why they put Faz Fest in the movie in the first place. It was all just to build up why they would make a horror attraction for FNAF 3.
Yeah.
That was all just a setup for that, which I thought was really interesting.
And the setup for Fazbear's Fright in the third one was perfect.
Yeah.
It made sense.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying that nothing really changed with the lore or the story. the toys still remain as the coming before the classics. And on top of that, they still get scrapped, so they'll eventually show up in the box for Find Its Phrase Free.
Yeah, although Toy Bonnie might be a little messed up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about that. He was the only one who got his head smashed in. By the way, that's what I was talking about, how there was something like a Twisted Ones nod in there, because if you seen the Twisted Ones book or read it, the classics go and fight the Twisted Ones, and they freaking, and Chica beats, like, they throw hands. It goes the same way. They ask for help and they help them.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking that that's another nod from the books. I just didn't expect it.
Yeah, that was unexpected.
This whole time, like I told you, that I was hoping that the Wyverns were gonna fight the toys, because in the games the Wyverns are in the classics are the same. That's what everyone says.
Oh, with the movie now, and the movie explaining that the Wizards were just prototypes and weren't fully used, but were used for parts. I guess now it does make sense that the Unwithers could not have happened. Because apparently, because of the before, it seems like
it was just
that
weird.
Not real.
It was just weird because you have Mike talking about that he doesn't know where they are, and they are he sees pieces of them and stuff. And it would have just been ironic that he falls through the window and then he finds them exactly like that, even though he did not know that was what they were gonna be like.
Yeah,
and then they can still they can still be under the puppet's control until like when he like did the whole like reboot thing. And that's when he would have asked for help in the other location, because then they won't be under Puppet's control anymore, and then they'll be fighting the toys. I feel like they could have just done that. I mean, they didn't have to change the fact that they look different. Like they could have just went with it. I mean, they're gonna have to figure out Scrap Trap in the future, anyways.
If we even get to FNAF 6, because there's a chance, from at least from what I understand, it's a 3-movie deal.
Well, from what it looks like, it seems like I can go up to Sister Location.
Based off what we saw in the movie, yeah.
Yeah, because that blew my mind, seeing Circus Baby in Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Yeah, my jaw dropped when I saw that. That was cool.
They made a full costume of Circus Baby just for that scene. No freaking way. They're planning to do Sister Location. They have to.
Yeah, and then the music box that I wanna say Vanessa gave Charlotte had Ballora, or what looks like Ballora.
That's what I noticed too. It looked like they had Ballora on it. But I feel like for Circus Baby, I find it ironic too, because the only other time Circus Baby was seen in William Afton's home was in VR, in Night Terrors.
Yeah.
And now I feel like it makes more sense now, because now it seems like William built the fun times in his home. And that's why...
Which is interesting.
That's probably why Circus Baby actually showed up in the FNAF 4 house. And Funtime Freddy. Sorry, I had to burp. But... yeah, that was interesting. And ironically enough, Baby was kind of inside of a closet, which is the same place that you as the player hide in to hide from Baby.
Yeah.
That's another interesting detail I thought about. What else we got?
But you mentioned something earlier about with the Withers, how Mike said early in the film that just to look around and that there's pieces here and there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It felt like they were gonna. That was originally gonna be the idea for the movie, where the classics were the Wyverns, but then they, for some reason, changed it up for the end. I really feel like they should have just made them the Wyverns, so that way, like, they had more screen time and more of a convenience than just being these mindless drones that were hunting Michael. Because I didn't feel any personality out of them, and they have a lot of personality and individuality in the game.
Especially in Ultimate Custom Night with Bonnie and Chica getting voices.
And now it doesn't feel like they have that individuality anymore because of the movie. They're just drones.
Yeah, that was really, besides the actual puppet itself not showing up, but instead it kind of possessing in a way.
Technically, yeah, because
The
they were
O2?
technically possessing Toy Chica and the other toys, but unlike the Wyverns, the toys did feel like individual people than just being controlled by the puppet.
Yeah.
But the Wyverns, because they don't have voices, they don't really have much character, so it just feels like they're being controlled by Toy Chica.
Yeah. But I guess in a way, in the movie's lore, it makes sense why they don't have voice lines with them just being prototypes. At least I think it would have made sense. Well, no, not at least. It makes sense to me that they wouldn't have voice lines because they're, it said in the movie, that they're just prototypes. So there wasn't really a point in the universe, the people who built them, to not give them voices.
Yeah, that's why I feel like they shouldn't have went with the prototype idea. They should have just made them the classics. They were just moved into the new location. Or the old location.
Yeah. But it's also weird because Mike said when him and Abby were in the original pizzeria that there's pieces here, there's pieces there.
Yeah, it's like
it
I know.
It seemed like that they were destroyed.
Yeah, it's like I know he was lying about all that and stuff because he admits that he doesn't know where they are. But at the same time, I felt like that would have just been foreshadowing to him discovering the Wyverns, and they were actually what he said they were, even though he didn't know that.
Yeah, I think it would have made sense for when he said that there's pieces here and pieces there. It would have been like Chica's hands, Bonnie's arm, maybe part of Foxy's head.
Like, yeah, that's why I really feel like they should have went with that. That's why I'm giving the movie a 9 out of 10 because the Wyverns didn't really have too much of a significant role in the movie, even though that's basically their whole spiel for FNAF 2. It's just their whole appearance is what makes FNAF 2 unique to the first game. So yeah, like literally the whole concept for FNAF 2 is both the Wyverns and the toys being like significant antagonists in the movie, but then you got like the Wyverns in the movie and they're just like in there for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating about that. I literally looked it up on YouTube and there's only 5 minutes of them attacking Mike in the office.
Which is a bit weak, honestly.
It's kind of like when they mentioned that the toys were getting reactivated and stuff, I thought that the Wyverns would also get reactivated because like even if they weren't gonna go with the whole classics and Wyverns are the same, they could have at least brought them so they would be the final boss against the classics. Like that would be how the classics get destroyed, but in the end the Wyverns also get destroyed. Like at least give them some sort of significance than just being brain dead.
Yeah, because when they reactivated them, that should not have only reactivated the toys. It should have reactivated the Wizards, and the Wizards should have been able to leave because the system was down. So they could just easily wandered out.
Like you see all the promotional stuff, you see the Wyverns, the toys having so much like appearances in the promotional stuff, but then when you actually see how long the Wyverns actually are in the movie, then it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, it's kind of like Jurassic World Rebirth with the Raptors, because they promoted the Raptors like crazy, and they were in there for like a minute or two tops.
It's kind of the same how the Thing for the MCU Fantastic Four, for some reason they just like to make him this huge like Hulk-sized character in the promotional images, but when you actually see the movie, he's the same height as everyone else. It's like they really want him to be this tall, but they decide not to for some reason, but they're gonna make it like he is that tall in the movie anyways. It bugs me so much, and that's the only. It was literally the only disappointing part of the movie is the Wyverns not getting enough screen time.
Yeah, that's really my only gripe. Besides the actual puppet herself, or itself, because that's confusing now.
The puppet I'm fine with. I mean, then again, I don't know how that's gonna work for FNAF 3. Are they gonna become the Phantom puppet, or are they just gonna be regular puppet?
I'm gonna guess maybe normal puppet, because in FNAF 3, before the Phantom puppet shows up, the thing that triggers the Phantom puppet is the normal puppet.
Yeah. So probably it could just be another illusion. Maybe the puppet's making the Phantoms.
Maybe, because there's no way that would really make sense for the Phantoms, because there wasn't a fire.
Yeah.
The Wither Foxy and Wither Freddy were just deactivated. And same with technically they were reactivated but not used. But the classics were deactivated, and the only classic that is used as a Phantom is Chica.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's a
why
bit weird.
that's literally why I feel like they should have just had the Wyverns dismantle the classics, but also die in the process trying. Because
Yeah.
in FNAF, well, I think it was FNAF 3 that where William is breaking them and dismantling them. That's the only reason why the animatronic props show up in the FNAF 3 like that. It's because William had to
Yeah.
dismantle them like that. But
I mean,
now they're like all in mint condition, and whoever's gonna scavenge them, they're just gonna have full animatronics.
yeah, just not being able to have
Like-
the souls, really.
Yeah, it's like, why would they want to rip that apart? Because otherwise they would have done that for Springtrap. They would have just tore him apart if they really wanted to.
But they kept them, so.
Yeah, they kept him just the way he is. And it's just weird. That's why I feel like they really should have done more with the Wyverns. They could have kept the
Yeah,
classics
they were
even
very
if
underused.
yeah. But the movie, it's definitely an improvement. It's not as goofy as the first one. They
Yeah.
were listening about that.
And there was a lot of jump scares as well.
I did jump for some of them. I think it's
I
pretty
jumped
good.
for quite a few of them, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good, but I was mostly hyped about the Easter eggs and stuff. For instance, Shadow Bonnie showing up for a split second during
Yeah,
the
that was
Woodward.
cool. That was really cool.
When I saw him turn on the flashlight, I looked at it and I was like, did I see Shadow Bonnie, or is my mind like playing tricks on me?
Yeah, that was really cool to see.
Yeah, it's like I don't even think Mike even noticed that. It's just something for the fans to see. So we have Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie in the movies. The only downside
Which is cool.
Yeah. However, unlike the first movie, we are missing characters in the second movie.
Yeah, we're missing how Shadow Freddy appeared
Oh,
in FNAF 2.
No, Shadow Freddy's fine. I mean, Shadow Freddy's usually just classic in the Wyvern. That's probably why my thoughts are more along the lines of Wyvern Golden Freddy, Endo 02, and JJ.
And JJ. Yeah, those three were ones I noticed.
Yeah, because in FNAF 1 they show Endo 01 just on the training video and stuff. But in FNAF 2 there's not a single trace of the Endos. I mean, you get to see Toy Bonnie's Endo for the first time, with the exception of the VR, like the people I don't know how to say it, just like opening up Toy Bonnie, seeing what's hidden behind his shell. But now we actually see an official endoskeleton in the movie for Toy Bonnie.
Which was really cool.
And Toy Chica's ribcage.
Yeah, because it kind of gives us an idea of what the toy endos could look like.
And yeah, and Toy Bonnie's eyes are definitely that close to each other in his endo.
Yeah.
That didn't really change, but besides that, Endo 02 never actually showed up in the movie, unfortunately.
Yeah, the only way that it really showed up was with Foxy.
And
we can't.
Also Wyvern Golden Freddy didn't show up.
Yeah, that's very weird. I thought he would have showed up for sure.
You'd think he'd showed up, like especially with the giant head thing. That's why I was thinking they should have just made the classics the Wyverns, because I can understand why that's the whole reason why Golden Freddy didn't show up, because he's one of the kids that that got killed, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And because
which that now begs the question: Golden Freddy is Fredbear. So how come we didn't see like anything? We saw Spring Bonnie, we didn't see Fredbear.
They were in the
like a glimpse
in the
or
opening.
a suit. Yeah, I thought like in that back room where
I think he was in the kitchen. Yeah, he was in the kitchen. There was a sink and stuff. Yeah, he was in the kitchen.
Yeah, true.
But they were also in the FNAF 2 location. I don't think Fredbear would be around and stuff.
I mean, Spring Bonnie was around.
Well, he was just wearing a suit, because if you know in FNAF 2, there was the whole thing where it's like, phone guys talk about, it's like, the place is closed down, someone used one of the suits, we had a spare in the back, a yellow one, somebody used it. I'm literally saying it word for word. So that's probably the same thing, it's just a suit he found in the back, and he's been using.
But that also begs the question: if Spring Bonnie is around in the universe, did Fredbear exist? Did before
yeah.
Freddy's did it start with Fredbears?
Yeah, definitely, yeah, man. They just haven't got to it yet.
They
But
could explore that in FNAF 3. Like have it like have like some flashbacks
it's just
where
it's just kind of infuriating because that's the whole reason why we are missing a few characters in FNAF 2. It's because they didn't make the Wyverns in the classics the same beings. Because if they were under the puppet's control, then we would have had a Wyvern going Freddy, because he would just be under the puppet's control until the end.
yeah.
And we would have had the whole head thing, maybe, if they really wanted to, but they made them different characters, which I can only assume is because of the, there are significant differences, and they don't want to confuse the younger audiences.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing as they did for, Transformers. In Transformers Prime, they were originally going to have Ironhide show up as a main character for the series, but because he got killed off in the live-action movie, they didn't want to confuse fans, so they replaced him with Bulkhead. Which is a stupid excuse, but they did it anyways. But that's like, I'm pretty sure that was literally the whole plan, because I remember them talking about how they were, wasn't it them that was talking about how, they were gonna use the classic animatronic suits to make the Wyverns, but everyone didn't want that, so they just made original suits.
Yeah, because I want to say during the release of the first film, like between that and like December, I want to say, I've seen some stuff saying that the Withers are just gonna be the classics, which I personally, I know a lot of people would have hated it, but I think it would have made more sense. Because the place was falling apart. You'd imagine that parts from the ceiling would have fallen and kind of broken them in some way.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be too far off for Michael Afton to drag him into the new location, considering he's pretty well acquainted of that location.
Yeah.
But we'll get to Michael Afton after that. But for what it's worth, clearly they were going to make the classics the Wyverns, but for some reason they decided not to go with that for the movie, and now things are kind of convoluted. Specifically, the Wyvern screen time, which was an unfortunate sacrifice.
Yeah.
They're just as they're just as relevant as the toys, but now that in this movie they're just insignificant. They're just like an obstacle for Michael.
Yeah.
And then you never hear from them again. But
which is honestly disappointing, since the Wizards are some of the most fan favorite designs.
Yeah, they're just so iconic. They're like whenever you see like media between the toys and Wizards, they're mostly like rival kind of characters. They're like the bigger ups because they're like older. They're the older ones, the wiser ones. Like they know what's going on. But in here, they're just there, and you never hear from them again.
Which is disappointing, honestly.
And considering the toys have been completely destroyed, the Wyverns are still fine.
Yeah.
They didn't take any damage from the movie, so that's why it's like wasted potential, because we're never gonna see them in the third movie, with the exception of I guess Phantom Freddy and Phantom Foxy, and that's probably the most we're gonna get for
Phantoms.
Yeah, that's probably the most we're gonna get for more screen time for the Wyverns. It's just those two.
Yeah, which now begs a question: will we see the Phantoms?
I personally feel like we would. Because it would be weird enough if it was just Springtrap and literally no other, like, obstacles. Like, this time, it would be excused that they can be obstacles. Because that's literally what they are in the third game, obstacles.
Yeah, they were put in there to distract you from Springtrap.
Yeah, so...
And to disable some of, like, the devices.
Giving, like, Springtrap as, like, an actual challenge.
Yeah.
But for some reason they kind of did that in FNAF 2 with the Wyverns, where they're just obstacles. It's really unfortunate. Because you have these posters where you have the toys in the 2 logo, and then you got the Wyverns in the toy logo, in the 2 logo. But like, and in the end they didn't really have just as much of that significant role as the toys.
Yeah.
no character, no like, not literally nothing. And Weird Bonnie didn't even get to do anything. He was in the vent, and then the vent got closed on him.
And then Freddy came in. So, but by the time between when Bonnie got the vent closed on him and Mike shut down all the animatronics, he would have only had like a little bit of time to crawl his way out.
And you could tell there were costume restrictions, which is probably why they didn't do much in the movie. Like, for instance, Weird Bonnie, he stayed in one place. I guess it might have been due to issues like of mobility. Weird Fox, his jumping wasn't the craziest. It wasn't like how he would do in the game where he just lunges at you. He just kind of just got raised in the air. So
I don't really see a way they could have made him jump.
With the exception of CGI, I mean, they kind of had the same issue with Foxy in the first movie. They had him on a trip, like a line or something, and they just pulled him forward. But I felt like if they'd done something with CGI, because this is, if I'm correct, this is a $3 million, actually it was a $30 million budget on this movie. And they made a total of 100 million in the span of 3 days.
Dang.
So they made about $70 million from this movie alone. So I feel like if they were gonna make a third movie, the animatronics will probably be more mobile. And I can only imagine that the Phantoms are just gonna be all CGI. So I think that might's gonna help with that.
Yeah, that's the only way that would make sense for the Phantoms, because
they are illusions. And I think with the puppet existing, I think that could work. And not to mention, Charlie has no grudge against Afton in this.
Yeah,
so I feel like she'd be helping him.
Yeah, in the movie they said that she doesn't blame Afton, she blames the parents.
We also I like the fact how she says some Ultimate Custom voice lines. In some cases.
Like the I don't hate you, but you need to stay out of my way.
Which fits
that was cool.
That was good. That was really good. And also the Abby nodding to Toy Freddy having fat fingers. that was another one.
Yeah, that was a good reference to Ultimate Custom Night.
Speaking of Toy Freddy, his voice.
Oh my god.
That
was a lot deeper than I thought.
I felt like that should have been Weird Freddy's voice.
Yeah, because in both Ultimate Custom Night and AR, it was a bit more on like the goofy, cheerful kind of sounding.
And then you hear Classic Freddy voice. It sounds exactly like that.
Yeah, it sounds like a mix between like what Classic Freddy would have sounded like and Glam Rock Freddy.
Yeah, it's like when I heard Kellen Goff was gonna voice Toy Freddy, the first thing I thought was Funtime Freddy. He was just gonna throw his voice out. But I was not expecting to just go full Glam Rock Freddy right there. But deeper.
Yeah. Speaking of voices, Toy Bonnie's voice, oh my god.
He's voiced by Matt Pat. And I forgot about that until the movie ended. I was like, oh wait, Toy Bonnie was voiced by Matt Pat.
Yeah, there's no way that was Matt Pat.
No, that's definitely Matt Pat. I can kinda hear it too. But weirdly enough,
a little bit I can hear it.
Weirdly enough, he sounds exactly like the Toy Bonnie from the J-Gem series. Which is kind of surprising.
A lot of fan stuff, I think, was looked at for reference for, like, what could we do for the Fnaf 2 movie with the toys? Let's look at what the fans created, because people like what the fans make. Let's see what they have done and take some inspiration to make it so our characters in the movie are as enjoyable.
I mean, Toy Chica was probably the only one that actually sounded like herself, with the exception of Puppet. Both of them literally just had their casual voices from the games. But like, everyone just didn't like the idea that Megan Fox was voicing Toy Chica, but to be fair, Toy Chica kind of has that Megan Fox tone to her voice in Ultimate Custom Night. And it definitely stood out in the movie. There was no real significant difference with that.
Yeah, it's like at first when I heard that she was going to be voicing Toy Chica, my first instinct was, Okay, first of all, they're getting voice lines and Megan Fox is doing the voice.
So,
So
my
I
thought
was-
was like, it's a straight up a meme. It's a meme.
Yeah, when I first heard that Megan Fox would be voicing Toy Chica, I thought it was one of those accounts that came up with like some false information to try to get some hype for the movie.
It's
I was
yeah,
like,
that's,
there's no way that this is real.
it felt like the same thing as the cringe post I was seeing for the Super Mario movie with casting. They were playing like Gordon Ramsay voices this guy, or Bully Maguire, or Tobey Maguire voices Bully Bill, Elmo voices something. It's like that kind of stuff. It was like that's what I felt like. It was like Megan Fox voicing Toy Chica. That was like out of the blue, because the first time I actually seen Megan Fox was Transformers. Friggin', like her getting humped by like her leg humped by Wheelie, like that kind of thing that pops up into my head. And then the instance where she played as April O'Neil in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Those were the roles I remember her playing.
Yeah.
And then her playing Toy Chica.
Yeah, at first I was a bit on the fence. Not only because Megan Fox was doing the voice for Toy Chica, but it was them getting voices in general.
Yeah.
But Kellen Goff and Megan Fox did good for the two toys. But man, Toy Bonnie did not sound the way I was expecting he would. Like, I know in AR, his voice is more like on like the Alvin the Chipmunk sounding voice.
And he was also voiced by a girl, I believe.
He could have.
I believe so. From what I remember. But I feel honestly, I'm fine with it. Because when I heard his voice, I immediately remembered J. Gem's Toy Bonnie. It's literally the same voice. But I feel
like the more I watch the movie.
Yeah. I do want to watch it again, but I also feel like they should have gave at least Withered Bonnie and Withered Chica voices. I would understand. It wouldn't really affect me if Weird Freddy or Weird Foxy don't have voices, because to be fair, Mangle hasn't said a single word, despite all the other toys talking and having voice lines.
Yeah, that when the voice casting was getting announced, and when I found out that the voice casting was real. I kept looking. I was like, I saw. Okay, Kellen Goff is doing Toy Freddy. Matt Pat's doing Toy Bonnie. Okay,
what a crazy lineup!
Who's voicing Mangle?
Again, Kellen Goff.
I never would
Kellen Goff, Matt Pat, and Megan Fox. Nah, that is a crazy duo or trio.
It sounds like a Fortnite trio.
Yeah, it's like that's out of the blue. You got a voice actor who used to voice Overhaul in My Hero Academia, voicing friggin' Toy Freddy. You got Matt Pat, who's just a Fury YouTuber, voicing Toy Bonnie, who was literally in the first movie. And then you got Megan Fox, who was being humped by a Transformer in the second movie, and now she's voicing Toy Chica, and everyone's still doing that. Okay.
Yeah, definitely a weird combination. But the entire time when the voice casting got revealed, I saw those three. I was like, okay, a bit.
But it's weird that Mangle.
Questionable, but
yeah, like not only did Mangle not say a single word in it, but she also didn't do her like radio thing the entire movie.
Oh my god, you're right.
It's strange. It's like they took the one thing that makes Mangle Mangle, and you just butcher it.
Yeah, they could have snuck that in when all the toys arrived at Mike's house.
Yeah, you got freaking Balloon Boy doing the laughs and stuff. Why can't you just give Mangle her radio? I'm calling her
makes
her.
Sense when they're when they were at Mike's house, it would have made sense when Mangle was at the window to have her static.
That would have made made it sound like kill off the white noise a bit.
Yeah, and then when they were in the pizzeria towards a bit more of the beginning, when Michael Afton was with the other guy, and he said, "What was that?" It would have been cool to faintly hear the radio. And
that would have been great.
Yeah, it would have been perfect for that. Oh my god, I did not realize that.
And on top of that, I don't think they actually used the Withered or not the Fnaf 2 jump scare sound in the entire movie.
I mean, I guess that makes sense since we never really got. Oh, wait, no, we did. We
did in the first movie. Yeah, which is for the Fnaf 2 jump scare, it's literally the Fnaf 1 jump scare, but toned down a bit.
Yeah.
So that's why I felt like it was weird they didn't include the jump scare, at least for one scene. That I would have been fine with it, like a nod. Or I felt like Weird Foxy did the jump scare when he jumped at him, but I guess I was wrong. I guess I misheard it or something. I have to rewatch it, but I don't think they ever used the Wyvern jump scare or the FNAF 2 jump scare in the movie.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. I think for Markiplier being in the third one, if he gets the chance in it, I think it'd be cool if he played like the first security guard for Fazbear's Frights.
I think so. But I think it's gonna be Michael.
I think that would be perfect.
Oh wait, actually, maybe. I don't know. I know Michael's gonna probably be the night guard for that as well. But thinking about Michael now, they definitely filled a plot hole about his character. Because I'm pretty sure people were thinking that Michael was connected to William Afton. He was Michael Afton.
Yeah, then after...
Then they hit us with the bombshell.
Yeah, the bombshell that Vanessa is William's daughter, which halfway through the movie I was like, that's weird. William's daughter right there.
Well,
but one thing I was not expecting was
Michael.
I thought Mike would have been Henry's son, and then have Garrett be the puppet.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was what was going on. Yeah.
Yeah, but another thing that I noticed with the first film, at the end, it's spelling out the words in the 8-bit voice, spelling "Come find me." Where did that lead?
Because that's what everyone thought. Garrett was the puppet.
The puppet. And then they dropped the bombshell of Henry being it, and then Charlotte.
Which I'm glad that they kept it, but also it confirmed that Mike Schmidt is not Michael Afton. Because when they actually bring in Michael Afton, I immediately knew it was him the moment he showed up on screen. I was like hold on, Michael Afton.
I had a feeling it was him, that when that one character that was attacked by the puppet, and the other guy who was with him asked, "What did you do?" and he had that like the smiling look on his face. There and then I was like, that's gotta be an Afton.
Another thing I thought too was like they were talking about how they got the approval from Mike. I was like, oh, are they gonna meet Mike Schmidt? And then you got this other guy, and I was like, is he trying to be a knockoff? Is he lying to them, catfishing? And then it clicked to me. I was like, oh, this might be Michael Afton. And they just assumed that they're talking to the Mike Schmidt.
Yeah. When, as I said, when he started laughing, or not, kind of laughing, kind of smirking. Before Mangle took the one guy, I was like, yep, that's gotta be Michael Afton.
That's Michael
Afton.
And then
when the flashback, or kind of flashback part, William said to Vanessa, "You are my favorite." Because you don't say you are my favorite to an only child. Yeah. You have to have at least more than one child, at least two, to say you are my favorite.
But think about it this way: William Afton in the games, he neglects Michael Afton, which is why Michael Afton did all those things to Crying Child. Which, by the way, I remember talking to you about how I thought Abby was going to be the main protagonist for Final Fantasy Phase 4, but now it seems like it might actually be Crying Child still.
Yeah, if they go beyond 3, they do a 4th film.
They're definitely going to do one. Especially with Circus Baby being in the picture now.
Yeah. My guess for if they do a FNAF 4 film is rather maybe go back to show us like why Michael Afton is becoming a killer, or what they could do is mix FNAF 3 and 4 into one and have Mike go to Fazbear's Frights and then have Abby experience the nightmares.
I don't know. I feel like that would be too much. Like, I feel like they should keep them separate, but I think the way it's going right now, that Michael Afton's gonna have a change of heart in FNAF 6, because I'm pretty sure he's the person we play as in, actually, wait. No, I don't think we are. I don't know, I gotta think about it. Actually, I think we are. I think we are playing as Michael Afton in FNAF 6. And we were also playing as Michael Afton in Sister Location too, so I think between those movies, he's gonna have a change of heart in the end, helping Henry out. Because we know that in the scene with Sister Location with Fazbear's Fright, he said he was gonna go find him. So it seems like his ambitions still aligned with how he was in the first movie, like continuing Afton's legacy.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. That's where they're going with his character. He's gonna get a change of heart till by the time FNAF 6 comes around.
Yeah, and another thing I noticed is that when, kind of like the flashback part, William kept saying, "You are mine," which I saw a video earlier saying that line could indicate that they're not his real children, and that maybe he kidnapped them, which I can kind of see, since there's been no mention of a Mrs. Afton at all.
And also,
but I mean, also at the same time.
Also, I feel like because Vanessa's blonde. And I'm pretty sure Afton's wife showed up in one book before, and I'm pretty sure she had brown hair. I gotta think about it. So, 2 of his kids have brown hair, Afton has brown hair, and I believe his wife had brown hair. And the only one that doesn't have a different colored hair was Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And green eyes. So, so I don't know.
But at the same time, in the games, in the movie, we haven't seen, more so in the game, we haven't seen Mrs. Afton. And we also haven't heard any mentions of Mrs. Afton. But at the same time, in the first film, we didn't get any mention of Michael Afton at all, so.
But judging by its pace, it's not as spread out as in the games. It's still happening in the same years. So
I want to say that this one takes place a year after?
Yeah. And no, I don't think a year after, because Springtrap being so decomposed. I think they said 20 years later in the opening. That might have been because she was a kid, but
yeah, I want to say it's a year after the first film.
Maybe, but I gotta think about it. They did give us a date on when FNAF 2 was relevant. I gotta rewatch it. I'm definitely buying the movie on Blu-ray.
Oh yeah.
But something else, I gotta think. So, like I said, it seems like the years aren't as spread out as in the game. So I feel like Vanessa is gonna be roughly a decent age to be in Security Breach.
If we even get to Security Breach, because
I feel like
I know some of the cast said that we would like to see the glam rocks.
They said like I said, they made $70 million from Five Nights at Freddy's 2 in a span of 3 days. So it can keep going up.
Yeah.
So I feel like with all that money in mind, they can just keep milking the franchise as long as Scott's okay with it. And I think the only reason why these FNAF movies are being successful right now is specifically because of Scott being involved in the creation of them. Because if you think about it, we had Night Swim, we had what was it called? Daydream or Night? I can't remember. What was that movie called? I gotta think.
Fan film or?
No, these are all Blumhouse films. So
Night
Swim, that flopped. Megan 2, that flopped. About Dreams, hold on. I'm looking it up. It rolls off the tongue. No, it's not Fantasy Island. A bear. I spelt it wrong. Come on, Imaginary. That was the movie that also flopped.
Is that the one with a little teddy bear?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that also flopped. See, with the exception of the Halloween franchise and The Purge, they've been they haven't been successful with any other movies after that. There might have been a few like good ones, but I can't think of any other than Megan, Night Swim, and Imaginary, which those 3 movies were recent, and they didn't do so well. But with the Five Nights at Freddy's movies, it's like we're going back to like the Purge era and the Halloween era.
Yeah.
Like where they can continue doing the not too gory thing, but at the same time still being a fan favorite movie. And I have to think it has something to do with Scott pulling the strings on how the movie should go. because he's really strict about his characters and stuff in his games.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah.
Except for when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, so I feel like if it weren't for him, they would be still taking L's right now. They probably won't be making as much money with other movies.
It's a good thing that Scott switched from Warner Brothers because wasn't it?
I can't imagine.
Splits, was it? Was that the one from Warner Brothers?
I gotta think about it. I don't. Maybe. I think Warner Brothers does own the Banana Splits, because I know I can't speak. Ooh. The Banana Splits, they did show up in a cartoon series. I forgot what it's called, Toonland or something. It's with a bunch of Warner Bros licenses. Like, I think.
And I remember reading somewhere that the story of that was going to be the story for Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, the first one.
For the first Freddy movie by them. Which, now looking at it, yeah, it's a good thing that Scott... Or it was a good thing that the whole thing was taking too long. So Scott moved the project over to Blumhouse.
Yeah, and they took what they could and made their own thing out of it. And I think the Banana Splits were open to everyone at the time. Or that, or they own the Banana Splits. I don't remember. Man, it's been a while since then. Like, back then we had the Banana Splits, we had Willy's Wonderland, Friday night thing that no one needs to talk about.
It's weird seeing like all these other films.
And then we got hit with a banger, the official Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Yeah, it's like... Growing up, we need a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and then these kind of knockoff ones, I guess, got released, and then we saw the actual Five Nights at Freddy's movie, which the whole timeline of getting those movies, then them actually being a full-on movie, is kind of crazy.
Yeah. I gotta think. That thing Megan said that she would beat the Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics. She is not gonna win Five Nights at Freddy's 2. All you need is Charlie. That's it. It's over. It's done. She ain't beating anybody. She's not. If she can't get past the puppet, she ain't gonna beat anyone else. Like Megan,
she said that she can beat all of them in the fight.
Which is funny too when you've seen how the classics beat the crap out of the toys. Like Freddy did the same thing Bruce did to Megan, just ripped them in half.
Yeah, and then Mangle coming out of nowhere.
And Bonnie just pulls up and just starts ripping her apart, which I don't think that's gonna kill her, but it's worth a try.
Yeah, it's like with Mangle, really coming out of nowhere both times.
Yeah.
And then the puppet.
Honestly, Mangle was probably the most intimidating out of all of them. Like freaking Mangle was crazy.
Besides the puppet itself, like not the two possessed, three. Besides possessed Abby, possessed Vanessa, and the other one, the puppet itself, that was pretty creepy. But
Mangle's crazy.
If I was in that universe and I was in that building. The puppet would scare me because it's creepy in general, but I think I'd be most afraid of Mangle.
Yeah, because if I was trapped in that car, if I was trapped in that car, I'm not getting out because it seems like her range is pretty good.
Yeah.
I am not getting out of that car. The fact that freaking Vanessa survived that was impressive.
Yeah, I would have. If I was in that car, I would have found the nearest cliff and would have, or barricade on the side of the road, and would have ran right into it to try to get her off.
Yeah, and thinking about it, I don't think Mangle could even fit into the car window, because I seen them, they were trying to grab with their limbs, but I never seen Mangle, like, go in with her head.
Yeah, it's like, her head was, like, right in front of the window, and I mean, depending if she opened the door, I guess in a way she could fit in. But
just rip the door off its hinges. But plot armor. You can't kill Vanessa because it seems like she's gonna have a significant role for the third movie.
Yeah, especially after the ending where the puppet came up and then seemingly possessed her.
Yeah, I don't know
And
if you,
then in the end credit.
yeah. Did you hear the, Henry's message in the end credits?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because I completely skipped out on that. I had to find that on YouTube. Which, ironically, he does sound like Henry from Fnaf 6. So I think
He does.
I think that's pretty good.
When
That's pretty good casting.
when I first heard him the whole thing start, I was like my first thought was, are they going to tie FNAF 3 and FNAF 6 into one? Because if they are wanting to do only 3 movies, it would make sense to have FNAF 3 and FNAF 6 being a one final place. Get the last remaining of the animatronics in with Springtrap and burn it all to the ground.
I hope they don't start combining all the other games to fit into their their agreement. I really hope they don't do that. Because I'd rather them stop at FNAF 3 but continue it with a different company or different movie studio. Because then I feel like the movies would get even more scary from there, and I think it would be perfect when you have Five Nights at Freddy's 4 as the next movie after FNAF 3. That would be perfect to find a studio to up the horror of it.
Yeah. I think if they are trying to combine the last of the Scott games into one,
I'd rather not. I feel like that would be just too much going on.
Yeah, but the only way I can really see if they want to do of course the last of Scott games, FNAF 3, 4, Sister Location, Pizzeria Simulator. Only way I can really see that working is if it's a 4-movie deal, has Sister Location be its own spin-off with some connections to Fredbear's maybe, and then have FNAF 3 with the Nightmares with Abby, Michael at Fazbear's Frights, and then have Henry come in with the FNAF 6 part and burn everything to the ground.
I really think
it'll be too chaotic.
Yeah, I really think for Five Nights at Freddy's 4 they're not gonna have the regular cast. I think for that it's just gonna be all about Crying Child.
Yeah, I think for that, if there even is a third action child for the movie.
I bet you there is, considering how they just threw Michael Afton out of nowhere. They just threw him in there. No one's Vanessa's just hiding more things. She's probably not even gonna mention the fact she had a little brother.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Michael Afton can magically appear. Crying Child will too.
Of course, we know FNAF 3 is going to take place next in the timeline, but I can see if they do a FNAF 4 film after FNAF 3, I can see that taking place before the first FNAF movie, years before, maybe even before the first part of the second movie, and have it be where maybe the younger brother is getting more attention from Afton, or even the parent, or even the mother, which then leads Michael down to Rage Road. Which ends up with Fredbear.
Alright, I'm gonna say this. Your mic was bugging out for a bit, but I kinda understand what you said.
Of course it was.
But here's my pitch for Five Nights at Freddy's 4. I think they're gonna go straight up Freddy Krueger style with the nightmares. They're gonna make them actually dream characters. If they were actually gonna have Michael and other characters in it, because if you think about it, if it was just Crying Child in the movie, then there won't be any kills compared to how Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2 approached that.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking if they were gonna do the whole kills, have actual victims in that movie, I'm thinking they might do a whole dream sequence where they can kill you in your sleep thing.
Now that you mention it, I think they could do, because in FNAF 4, it was the night, then a mini game, then a night, then a mini game. What I think they could do have it start off with the first night, the first nightmare, and then have it go into the next day, going to Fredbear's and seeing all the things that he's seen, then have that repeat until the final night, which is then where Fredbear what are we even calling Crying Child now? I don't even know. Putting him inside the mouth of Fredbear, then having Fredbear bite down, and that triggers the last nightmare, which then results in flatlining.
I don't know, if you've seen the movie so far, they don't really follow the night system. I don't know if, I mean, I think
Especially FNAF 2.
I think they were close in FNAF 1, but for FNAF 2, I don't think so. So I don't think they're
no
gonna.
way that was all Five Nights.
Yes, so I don't think they're gonna be that vague with the night system for the fourth movie. So that's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah,
like if they're gonna do
unfortunately.
kills, they'll probably do like a Freddy Krueger style kind of thing where they can go through people's heads and then kill them in their like in a dream sequence and then kill them, which will kill them in real life.
Yeah,
Which,
but if they add in the crying child, there's gotta be something with Fredbear's.
I don't know. The only reason why I'm thinking that is because of the puppet and having the ability, despite being animatronic, having the ability to possess other people. It's like it's out of the blue. It's not something that should happen, but happens. That's why I'm thinking they could just give the nightmares a ability that they don't actually have in the game, just to like progress the story a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess with the puppet possessing the other animatronics, I guess that does make sense for the toys not being possessed.
I mean, they weren't really possessed in the games to begin with. They were mostly run on agony, as what MatPat was saying. But the Wivers, they were actually possessed, because they were the classics. But, so making them prototypes was just a weird choice for them to make.
But I mean, at the same time, in the week before, it says that they fixed Freddy to his normal state, which is a bit weird because in the movie, the FNAF 1 Freddy is Freddy V3. So it's the Withers, version 1, the toys of version 2, then the classic as version 3.
And I know that I think what MatPat said about the classics and Wizards being different is that they transferred the Wyvern CPUs into the classics, but because of how the timeline's kind of a little messed up because of the movies, now they're just prototypes.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the classics in any way, shape, or form. But in the end, they still could have done it. Like I bet you no one would question that the Wyverns are different because they're gonna have to deal with Scrap Trap, like I said. And I think for that instance, they're actually gonna reuse the Springtrap costume and tweak it to be Scrap Trap, which is what I'm worried about.
That makes sense.
I'm a little worried about that.
Or if they do get to FNAF 6, instead of having Scrap Trap's whole design, but what they could do is do like what they did with like the Yellow Rabbit, and have it be its like own design based off the original Springtrap suit, just altered.
Maybe.
Because there's not really any mention of a second rabbit suit.
I think they were talking about why Scrap Trap looks the way he does, because Springtrap was using whatever he could find to repair himself, which is why his name is Scrap Trap.
Yeah. I was gonna say, maybe Scrap Trap is a prototype Spring Bonnie, but yeah, I don't think that's the case anymore, especially after that.
We did see the head in FNAF 4 in Parts and Service. The Scrap Trap head. Technically. So, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but for the FNAF 4, I can totally see how they would approach that. In a sense, if they're gonna keep Michael out, not Mike Lafton, just Michael. Just Mike. If they're gonna bring him back, I feel like that's the way to go with that.
Yeah.
And you're right, maybe Abby is gonna be the protagonist for that.
Yeah, because to me, the thing that would make the most sense is that especially with what Abby's been through during the first film and now this film, have her have the nightmares while Mike is over at Fazbear Frights. That's really the only thing that could really make sense to me.
Maybe, and you also got to think about it. They can't ignore Crying Child and the events that played with him, with Fredbear biting him, because that's the only way they're gonna ever bring Fredbear into the universe is through the bite.
Yeah,
and Crying Child had to have gone through the nightmares before all that would happen. So you got to think about how the nightmares would pass on from Crying Child and then go straight to just Abby, Mike, other than the fact that they've been under the influence of these animatronics and stuff.
Yeah, because Fredbear's closed and the two spring locks, Fredbear and Spring Bonnie, those were stopped being used after the bite, which is then leads into Freddy's and why we didn't see Fredbear and Spring Bonnie return.
Yeah. Fredbear's definitely gonna show up.
Yeah, he's got to, because the only way Spring Bonnie showed up was to lure the kids, but the only other part was the picture with Abby with a full intact yellow rabbit.
Yeah. But I don't know, Freya and Vanessa, bro, she hides so much stuff. The irony of her, like just like freaking, like, she's like hiding stuff, and then she threatens to shoot Mike in the first movie because he knows too much, because she was giving him that stuff. She was telling him all these things, and then in this movie she's doing the same thing, not telling him anything, and then gets surprised that Mike is mad at her. It's like, bro, you keep hiding stuff from him. You didn't tell him anything about you having a brother and stuff, and then you get surprised that he's mad at you. It's like the tables have turned. Now he's mad at you instead of the other way around. Because unlike you, he has a reason to be mad.
Yeah.
It's like she talks about, let's build a fort and stuff too. Like, I'm gonna shoot you in the freaking head if you come back here.
Yeah, you come back here. You come back here with Abby. I'm gonna shoot you.
I'm gonna shoot you in the forehead.
Let's build a fort.
Yo, you come back, let's bring a fort. Yeah, let's build a fort. First we fort, then we night. Fortnite.
That's Fortnite.
But freaking, I honestly, the classics being in the movie surprised me just as much as Circus Baby did.
Yeah, and then the intro song from the first one coming in as like more of like a bit of a remixed kind of thing.
I feel like that's
when Chica came in and destroyed Toy Chica. That was French kiss right there. That was great. The moment I saw Chica show up about the fight to Chica, I kept hearing the Fnaf Not Scary Chica just saying pizza. It's like I hear her just saying, I hear her screaming pizza before she just rips her head off. Like pizza. It just rips it off. Speaking of the classics coming in to fight the toys, where was the cupcake?
Yeah, you're right. The cupcake wasn't there. I was just so focused on the animatronics just sounding like Fnaf Not Scary. It's like I can hear Foxy saying, "Hey, what's up, dude? I'm just letting you know that the pizza's right," before just stomping on Toy Bonnie's head. I'm sorry, man. I was just curious.
And then Bonnie yanking Mingo out the window and asking where Justin Bieber is.
He's like, "Oh my God, Justin Bieber!" Just ripping them apart.
Yeah, just grabs Mingo by the throat and says, "Where's Justin Bieber?"
Yeah, Mingo just hears like it's like the Prowler theme. Mingo just hears, "We should play Squuff" in the background. They're like right behind her. Mingo's like, "He's right behind me, isn't there?"
And then, "Where's Justin Bieber?"
He's like, "Oh my God, Justin Bieber!" I'm gonna make a skit of that. I'm actually gonna make a skit of that. I was gonna do like a full like Five Nights at Freddy's Not Scary movie edition, but I feel like I should wait for like better editing and like maybe better context.
I told you about that the stop motion idea I have, right?
Yeah.
I kind of want to make the toys and then the classics in their movie design just for that.
Honestly, but I gotta think. What else we got? Okay, so besides that, honestly, that was probably the light of it. It was like,
that was great.
I knew the toys were gonna fight somebody, but seeing the classics show up instead of the Wyverns, I mean, I was hoping for the Wyverns to start throwing hands and stuff, but that's just as fine. Like, it brought me back to the, I don't know if you remember that Gmod SFM video where it was the classics versus the toys.
Oh my God, that is legendary.
Everyone was talking about that too. I see it in my reels. I was like, bro, I was the first to think about that too. And now other people are bringing it up. I'm like, yeah, you're right, man. It's the same thing. I don't know if the toys won. Yeah, it's like, I don't know if the toys won that or not, but rest assured, they ain't winning that.
Yeah. And something that we haven't brought up yet is that all this FNAF 2 players got justice.
Yeah, man.
Mike Schmidt gave him justice by ripping his head off.
I was gonna say that, yeah,
deserved.
Man. Yeah, when I saw Bloom Boy, I was like, bro, I hope they kill him, bro. And then when they did, I was like, God bless America, the demon is dead. Hallelujah.
We got justice on it.
It's over. They didn't bother to put JJ in, so we don't have to worry about JJ.
Yeah, JJ? Nah. We're not gonna give you that. We're gonna give you Blue Boy getting his head ripped off.
I can imagine just like Mike finds JJ under the desk and he just freaking curb stomps him. Curb stomps her, just like kicks their head clean off. It's like, get the frick out of my desk. But friggin' Balloon Boy, bro. He only showed up for like a few seconds and before getting instantly annihilated. Funny enough,
great, though.
Funny enough, Michael Afton, not Mike, I keep calling him Michael Afton, Mike Schmidt, he kept doing the same thing as, he did with the Balloon Boys in Fnaf 1. He kept turning him around, but for this instance, he just turned his head 360.
Yeah, he dealt with Balloon Boy twice in the first film. He's like, and they saw Balloon Boy in this film, like, all full on animatronic this time. He's like, you know what? Nope, we're not doing this, Grabbed his head and just twisted it.
Yeah, I was hoping he was gonna, like, bring up the fact that it's like, oh no, not you again. Oh, you're here too? Oh, and you're bigger now, okay. Just...
I can only imagine what was going through his head. He's probably thinking, like, when he saw Bloom, he's probably like, ah, great, here we freaking go again, this little piece of crap.
Yeah, we're not doing this again. And just turns him around. It's like, I'm not gonna look at you.
Yeah, but in this time, instead of just turning him around, he's like, you know what, no, we're not doing this. Grabs his head, twists it a few times, picks up and just chucks it.
I really wish Balloon Boy, instead of just blaring loud noises through the intercom, I just wish Balloon Boy just straight up just stole his flashlight batteries.
or stole the flashlight in general. Just grabbed it like, yep, nope.
He just keeps laughing and it's like Mike Schmidt does pulls a Jacksepticeye. He's like, stop laughing at me! It just breaks his neck and gets his flashlight power back. But I feel like Balloon Boy's eyes just replaced all that just to like highlight the wyverns and stuff. But I'm like, come on, Balloon Boy, steal his batteries before you die, okay? Make yourself useful for a bit, just so you can die a pathetic death.
Yeah, with that stop motion idea I was telling you about, watching this movie, it has given me so many ideas of what I can do.
I'm gonna do that skit with them when they come out with the scene with the classics find the toys. I'm gonna just make the classics just say lines from the not scary thing. It's like, yeah, we should play squaff. Oh god, someone's behind me, isn't they? Well,
I might need to call you up to see if you wanna help do some of the voices and editing for some of the parts.
We'll see about that. I haven't voice acted animatronics in a while. And most of them have just been my voice casually, but I think I can do Nightmare Bonnie. Cause you already know I did the whole voice filter for Yellow Rabbit. And it kinda has the same tone as Nightmare Bonnie does in J-Gems. So
maybe one thing we can do with that is have it like you do yours and I'm doing mine at the same time, and have yours as like the animation version or whatever you're kind of doing, and have mine be like the stop motion version.
I don't know. It's like whatever you're gonna do.
The same premise and idea, just like two different styles.
Yeah, it's like whatever you want to do, because like the most recent I've done voices for animatronics, it was just my regular voice, like I said, especially for the wyverns. Besides, I guess Wyvern Chica and Wyvern Bonnie, they have their own quirks to their voices.
Yeah.
But Weird Freddy and Weird Foxy, they just have the same voice kind of, except Foxy's more energetic. But I know I did Nightmare Freddy, and I did Funtime Foxy. Those were kind of close to their Ultimate Custom Night voices. Considering
the only voice we really got for Foxy was FNAF World.
True. No one ever really talks about that one though.
Yeah, as of right now, until we get it, a voice for like a official in-game used here and there for Foxy. The FNAF World with a Foxy voice line, that's my headcanon for his voice. I don't care what anyone says. That's what I see for Wither Fox's voice.
For that voice, that would be hard for me. Unless, I don't know, maybe... actually, no, I don't think I can. I've been messing with, 11 Labs, I believe it's called. They have this thing where, like, you can use any AI voice, and you can make it as a voice changer. Like, I was able to make my own custom characters, but for some reason, I guess it's because I don't have a proper mic on my computer, it just doesn't work at all. I know I did something where I can upload a clip and then it'll do the voice changer over it, but I was having issues doing that for the Brigitte video I was doing for Overwatch for Transformers. I guess I forgot how to do it, or it just didn't want to work anymore, but I stopped trying. And I just relied on actual voice lines from the game. I probably should not be bringing that up, but you know, it's something in the works on the other channel.
If we need to, we can probably cut this whole part out.
Yeah, we'll see.
It is a bit out of nowhere.
As far as I'm concerned, I feel like I don't know. I think this is just gonna be a podcast video. It's just gonna be like just Ghostface in his idle animation. I don't know if there's a place I can do a green screen for both of us.
There might be.
Okay, I don't know how people do the filming and stuff, but
I don't know either.
I don't know. Whatever happens, I'll most likely just use a I don't know. There's gotta be something. But yeah. So besides that, what else? What were we talking about before we were bringing up the voice acting?
Balloon Boy getting decapitated.
I thought you were gonna say he was getting D'd. I was like, whoa, okay, buddy. That might still be a child. That might still be a child. I'm probably gonna cut that out, but you know, we'll see. Oh god.
Please do, because you did not hear that right.
Yeah, that Balloon Boy's getting D'd down by Mike before his head gets snapped off. I didn't notice, but until I seen the Daco set stuff, but the Balloon Boy model thing is actually a balloon dispenser that blows balloons.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't know that. You don't really see the pump unless you see Daco's video, but it's there. Which, speaking of which, I was hoping that like Daco was gonna start hugging the animatronics again. At least the classics again. Like the classics just show up because they're in the movie, so it's like at least either him hugging the classics, the toys, or the Wyverns. I mean, maybe they might do that like in the next video where it's all spoilers.
Yeah, and showing like a full 360 of the animatronics.
Yeah, but it's honestly surprising that I gotta think. I know there's probably more Easter eggs I missed. I mean, I'm glad I didn't miss Shadow Bonnie. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that one was cool.
But no FNAF hoaxes for FNAF 2.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're right.
We had Sparky in the first one.
Yeah, we had Sparky. I mean, really, there wasn't really any that they could really do, because there was the withered purple guy.
Yeah.
And then like Golden Toy Freddy.
They just didn't want to put Golden Freddy in the movie in general.
Yeah, like the only thing that I guess they could have really done as like a notch to like the hoaxes was have a Bonnie face, like just part of the face, and not like the whole head, and have that be like the hoax.
Or
Easter egg.
maybe when the classics beat the crap out of the toys, they would have just made the Wyvern toys a bit.
Oh yeah.
Like they'll just get up, they'll like completely messed up, but then the classics just go in and finish the job or something.
Yeah.
I feel like that could have been a cool nod. But I feel like We're Purple Guy, they could have done that. Like they could have done the same thing as they did for like, let's just say Shadow Freddy and FNAF 3, for example. He's just there in the in a far corner or something for like a split second. Yeah, just something for the fans to look at.
They could have done that though.
I mean, it can't be that hard. They did Shadow Bonnie. And Michael didn't even see him. Michael didn't even notice him. He just flashed the light and Shadow Bonnie was gone.
I wonder how many other Easter eggs there are that we haven't noticed. Because there's, of course, Baby, Shadow Bonnie.
I mean, I noticed a video where there's a guy talking about all the Easter eggs that are in the movie, but I can't see it because they were immediately putting up Into the Pit scenes and Secret of the Mimic. So I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't risk checking the videos out without the risk of that.
When you play Into the Pit, there is something like you can do that gives something. It's not like you don't get anything special in the game. You just get something. I'm not gonna say because you don't want to be spoiled, but when you play it, I'll give you the code or the numbers, and you'll see why.
I still need to complete Finance Phase 1. I don't... that's the first thing I need to do. Then the second thing I need to do this month is play John Carpenter's The Thing, the video game. Which I don't know if you want to be a part of that, just like to react to this, because you don't know anything about the movies. Well, actually, you do know a bit about the movies because I had you watch one of them.
Yeah, you forced me to watch one of them.
Which I don't think you completely did.
I mean, it was a little bit hard to hear. It was a little bit on the more quiet side.
But the game is kind of like a continuation of the one I showed you. I think I don't know if I showed you the 2011 one or the 80s one, but
I want to say the 2011 one.
Right, yeah, I did that because I was gonna do that first and then have you watch the original because they're in the same continuity, but we never got to that point. So you're not gonna have a clue about the game, but I feel like it'll be interesting to have you there just like for reactions.
Alright.
It's kind of like Resident Evil if I think about it. I remember some clips of the game, so it kind of has that feel, but I don't know. Besides that, anything else about the second movie for Five Nights at Freddy's? What have we not talked about yet? Or did we go through everything?
I think we went through everything. I can't really think of anything. I mean, there's those tiny puppets that kind of remind me of the mini arenas.
Which is weird because they only showed up for one bit and then they just mauled the guy to death like a bunch of piranhas, which I don't know how they did. I know they did a whole contest thing to get one of those props. I'm not gonna, no way, I don't think I'm gonna get that because I think they had a few specific states where you can actually get them from.
Yeah.
But, I did buy a lot of merch.
Was like, guys, a cup.
$100 worth of Five Nights at Freddy's merchandise.
I mean, I do got the 2 toy figures from Jazzwares.
I am happy about one thing though. I have the pizza box with no grease stains inside of it, even though they gave me pizza with it. The guy told me about it. He was nice enough to like put a bunch of parchment paper in it to avoid it getting greasy. And yeah, it works.
That was nice.
Now I have a mint conditioned Freddy Fazbear's pizza box with me. But yeah, that's one of them. I think you probably seen the posts and the pictures I sent you. The cupcake cup.
I think so.
Yeah, the cupcake cup.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Toy Freddy popcorn bucket. Honestly, it
surprised me. Mask.
Yeah, it surprised me that it also became a mask. But oh god, I don't know why a weird accent came out of my throat just then. I can still hear my voice for your mic. That's why it's like sometimes my voice is getting messed up a bit. But yeah, I did not know that was a mask. I knew the face came off, but I didn't know there was gonna be a strap behind it.
There was a strap behind it?
Yeah, for the face mask. Oh god, yeah. See, I'm telling you, I'm having this accent thing coming out.
Do you want me to put one on too, so you're not alone?
Don't do that.
Alright, so I didn't know it was a mask. You asked for it.
I didn't ask for it. I said no.
Yeah, and that was that gave me the reason to do it.
Something interesting that I was thinking about is like how people are coming in full animatronic suits to these movie theaters and not getting kicked out. Like, the guy could be holding an AR assault rifle inside the fat of Freddy's belly, and they won't know. But it kind of got me wondering, because if I can get my Nightmare Bonnie costume, if they ever actually do Five Nights at Freddy's 4, would they allow me in the theater? Because I remember when I went to watch the first Fnaf movie, I had the basic plastic Freddy Fazbear mask, and they told me I couldn't wear that inside the theater room, which is kind of weird. Like, you got these guys wearing full-on actual Five Nights at Freddy's suits, but that plastic mask is the problem. And also, it also got me thinking too, because I also literally seen two girls cosplaying as Toy Bonnie and Shadow Bonnie. One of them had a mask. It was the Shadow Bonnie girl, and they said nothing about it.
Bruh.
Then again, this is a different theater. I was at the AMC one, and like up in Boston, so that the rules might be different compared to where I am actually. But I don't know, it was weird, but it got me thinking that maybe I should try it, just to see. If they don't allow me to have the head on, then I can just take the head off, but other than that, I should be peachy. The girl who was Shadow Bonnie, she had a Funko Funtime Foxy plush with her. Which was ironic for me, because I brought 2 Funko plushies with me, and I think I was ready to flex on her about that. I was like...
Yeah, freaking Shadow Freddy collector over here with a freaking cult of puppets.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I was like, hey, that's a nice Shadow Bonnie cosplay, all the while holding a very expensive Shadow Freddy plush in one hand, a toy Freddy in the other. She was like, thank you, and I don't think she even noticed I had Shadow Freddy. It was probably the equivalent of Mike not even noticing Shadow Bonnie in the office.
Probably.
She didn't see the Shadow Freddy in my hand. But yeah, that was an interesting experience. I forgot to ask for the poster, but you know, it's not a big deal, because if they make a big scaled one, I can just grab that instead. But it would have been nice to have it, sort of. But let's see. I think that's about it. This is probably gonna be the. This is definitely probably gonna be the longest podcast thing. I'm just gonna call it that. I'm just gonna call it a podcast thing.
Yeah.
And whatever I do with this, probably not gonna edit a lot. It'll just be a simple video I can just put out there. Just our thoughts on the movie, what's to come, maybe.
What they could do for if they only wanted to do one more movie, that being FNAF 3, including FNAF 3, FNAF 4, and FNAF 6.
Also predicting and also predicting what Disney's gonna do next. It's like they're not the #1 movie in America anymore.
What are they gonna do? For
their living animals got beaten by robotic ones. I think they're gonna buy the theaters.
Especially ones that get decapitated.
Don't you see what's happening here? Don't you see history repeating itself?
People would rather see 2 animatronic robots, one being an animal, the other one being a person, getting their heads ripped off.
Yeah.
Over a zoo animal.
Over the zoo animals, yeah. That are cops.
Why would you watch, like, why would we want to watch animal movie about 2 zoo animals being cops
when you can have them separately?
This movie, yeah, when we can watch this movie where we have an animatronic ripping off another animatronic set, and then having Mike giving all of us justice and taking Boombo's head, twisting it full 360, and chucking it down the hall.
And Mingle acting like a rabid dog. And then gets put down by Bonnie. Honestly, there was so much aura with Chica though. Chica had aura when she showed up. Yeah. I heard the Prowler theme play in my head when Chica showed up.
That was great. That was great.
Like seeing Toy Chica look surprised when she sees the other Chica coming near. It's like, oh shoot. Oh no!
I did think another thing.
Yeah, you could tell Chica was like mad that the fact that Toy Chica was catfishing Abby, and Toy Chica was like, "Oh no, I got caught."
Another thing that we didn't talk about yet: when Vanessa got rid of Mangle, she sent Mangle flying through a window just to smack Toy Freddy.
Right in his belly. I was expecting like I was expecting Toy Freddy not to move a budge, and then just like Mangle just gets hit like as if she got crashed into a brick wall. like she just gets absorbed in Toy Freddy's fat or something and just collapses.
Although
Mangle just explodes into pieces because Toy Freddy is just the Blob from X-Men.
Toy Freddy is just one giant brick. Just any impact. A nuke can hit Toy Freddy, Nothing just happens. He just stands still, and the nuke doesn't blow up. It just breaks into pieces.
I just also like that scene in when Toy Fair was at the the fall festival or the Faz Fest, and one of the cosplayers was like, this guy kind of looks like a toy. I was waiting for them to just say roll credits, and then the credits just start playing. I was like, yep, that's it. Yeah, he said it. He said it.
Yeah, he said it.
He said the thing. Yeah, they're toys. I don't know if they mentioned anything about the Wyverns being Wyverns. I think it said something on when Mike was deactivating them and stuff, but I gotta, like I said, I got a lot of stuff I gotta rewatch. But
I think the only real mention of them being wizards is Vanessa saying that they were prototypes and now are just being used for spare parts.
that was probably the closest we got for the Wyverns. The prototype thing is just, no. They never called them prototypes. They just called them the older models sitting in the back room.
Yeah, never prototypes, just the older models.
They were from the previous location. AKA probably the Fnaf 1, you know? Like, you think if they wanted to go that route. But they didn't.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's so
weird. Because in FNAF 2, it made it sound like that they were in use at one point, but now are just the older models that they have sitting in the back room just in case they need a spare part.
Now they're just been degraded down to prototypes, yeah. It's so unfortunate, man. They were literally... There was no personality with them. I felt like I think I forgot to mention this when we were talking about the idea of them, only 2 of them having voices. If they had voices, I felt like they would have had more personality. Because if you think about it, the toys were literally just controlled by the puppet. So they weren't actually individual characters, technically.
Yeah.
But because of their voices, they made it felt like they were their own characters.
Yeah. And given, in FNAF AR, weren't we supposed to get the Wizards?
For what?
For FNAF AR.
Wyver Bonnie. Yeah, Wyver Bonnie was supposed to be a part of it. There was even voice lines from the same guy who voiced him in Ultimate Custom Night, which are on YouTube.
The Glam Rocks were supposed to be.
Really? Yeah, there are some extra voice lines from Wyver Bonnie by the guy on his channel. That was.
I need to find those.
That was for FNAF AR, I believe. But. Yeah, that's unfortunate too that they took it down because I would have probably got Wyver Bonnie. It's so that's what also makes me upset too. As you see Wyver Bonnie in the Finest Phrase 2 trailer, he looks like intimidating as heck, and then in the movie all he ever done was being in the vent and get it closed on him.
It's like the only thing he was good for in that film was to get a punch in the face by a vent.
He didn't even get masked. He did get masked with the vent door.
Yeah.
That's the only
But the weird thing is, Michael just they jumping away or anything, they're trying to get away. It's like to the mask. All he does is walk up to the vent, slam it in his face, and walks off.
Like Bonnie didn't even get to attack at all. He didn't.
And the weird.
Literally, Freddy, Chica, and Foxy, they had the mask on them. But Bonnie, he didn't even get that treatment because I guess his fat butt was stuck in the vent or something. He couldn't get out.
Yeah, and the weird thing is, he pushed that vent door down. When Michael slammed it back in his face, he could have just went and slapped it down again.
Yeah, just like
crawled out.
Just like a disobedient dog. Just like he's like Mike just keeps putting the vent back up. Bonnie just slaps it back down. He puts it back up, slaps it back down. I feel like they would have just made him more annoying than Balloon Boy, so I can understand why they didn't go with that.
It would have been funny though.
But honestly, I like what they did with the mask on why Mike has to why Mike can't constantly have it on his face, because that's what I always wondered. It's like, why can't we just keep the mask on while we do all these things? But for this instance, he actually does have to hold the mask up because there's nothing holding it. No strap.
And I can imagine over time, while trying to hold the mask on your face and try to deactivate or find the animatronics and deactivate them, I can imagine that would be pretty tiring on your arm.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that was right. He's like not like I was thinking about. It's like yeah, he could just hold it with one arm and do all this. But I feel like considering he has to hold it with two hands, there's got to be at least some way to it. And not to mention you holding your arm in one place for a long period of time, it gets tiring. But then again, the adrenaline might also kick in, and you'll probably keep it up for as long as you need, knowing well that you'll die if you put it down. But Foxy on the other hand,
he was not fooled at all, even for a second.
Yeah, but they didn't even shine a light in his eyes or anything.
Oh my god,
we didn't even get to that point.
We
didn't even get to that point. Like, they go for the mechanic on the Wyverns not being fooled by the mask, but we don't get to see Foxy getting blinded by the light. Like, that would have probably gave the Wyverns more time and stuff. More screen time with that. Because Foxy was the one that ended
even
it.
at least for Foxy.
Yeah, that's what...
Yeah, Foxy was the last withered.
Yeah, like, I feel like they could have done that before they introduced Balloon Boy. And then Balloon Boy be's like Balloon Boy and just takes the batteries. Yeah. And then Mike has to, then like he sees Foxy and then he goes ahead and is like, no, I'm gonna snap the kid's neck. Like, I actually feel like that would have worked even better. Give us more screen time, because like I said, Foxy was the one that ended it. Yeah. That made Mike rush to figure out a solution, which was deactivating him. Yeah. We could have just had that. He could have just been like surviving that for a little bit while I don't even think he got to finish telling Vanessa where the others were. Yeah. So it's like they could have just done that. Ah, man. The Wyverns, I feel like there was wasted potential with them. Yeah. I can see why they're not on any of the popcorn buckets and merchandise. Because this was the toys movie.
Yeah, this was a movie for the toys.
Yeah, that's the only unfortunate bit about it, but the movie's still good. I did like it.
I really enjoyed it. And one thing that we didn't talk about that they were kind of hinting at was in the beginning when Mike went on that date.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember Abby saying, "Did you smash?" Honestly, I have a theory.
Oh boy.
Vanessa's gonna be the birth child of Gregory.
Oh my god.
like Gregory's gonna come out of the womb with
Gregory Schmidt, Michael Schmidt, you are the father.
Gregory's gonna come out of the womb with a phaser blaster and a phas watch. And then Freddy's immediately gonna be messages like, Gregory, thank goodness you're already here. Oh, quickly, we need to stop stuff in the Pizzaplex. That's all getting cut out. I'm not keeping that.
Gregory, I know you were just born, but listen up. We need to commit Grand Theft Auto.
We need to stop William Afton
with Grand Theft Auto.
I'm not keeping this.
Multiple felonies. Yeah, it's a good thing that we don't.
Gregory, thank goodness you came out already. We need to solve the mysteries of the Pizzaplex. Watch out for your mother. She's crazy.
And commit murder. Freaking destruction of property.
I hope I can find a way to cut all this out. I'm probably gonna keep the birth child thing, but I hope I can cut most of this out. Gregory was not a robot. He was actually the birth child of Vanessa. That's why he has brown hair like Mike. But that's just the theory.
Of Gregory, Mike Schmidt, you are the father.
Greg Heffley has built Cassidy.
Oh my god.
Whoa, she shows up in Ruin? What? The Mimic? What? The Mimic? I hit my mic by accident. I hope I fixed it.
No, if Gregory's Vanessa's son, now watch Cassie is Jeremiah's daughter.
I think got me thinking now that I kind of got worried a bit when Vanessa got possessed by Charlie. Because I know that Charlie has no grudge against Afton. But the
Or
only
her
other
father?
time Vanessa has been possessed was when she became Vanny.
Oh God.
That's what I'm worried.
They're-
If they're really gonna push all the other games into one movie, Vanessa might end up becoming Vanny, and I don't want that.
Speaking of security breach and stuff, when
It
when
does
Mike
come out
got
of
into
them.
the system to find out where they all are, it said security breached. Could that be like a little nod towards security breach?
Oh no.
I know.
No.
Yeah, I know it's a bit out of nowhere, but
It would have been funny, but nah. It was just an excuse to bring the Wyverns into the movie. They clearly had no idea what to do with the Wyverns. They're like, you know what? We're just gonna do this.
yeah,
and
and,
then
with the
forget-
wizards and what they do, it's like random BS go.
It's like, what do we do with these guys? Which is unfortunate, because they really needed a bigger role than that. But you can tell that they
Yeah.
didn't know what to do with them.
Yeah, and it seemed like Mike after he deactivated them, he just got out of there. Like not like there's like nothing of them like
You could've
as
just-
he was leaving, them getting reactivated by the puppet, and then them watching him leave, then chasing him down.
I can imagine Mike running out of the office, just like dribbling like Bloom Boy's head like a soccer ball with his leg. He just hits it into the water ride like it's a goal. like
Or that
Disney-
trap door.
It's like he's just playing soccer with Bloom Boy's head real quick before running out. I don't even know Bloom Boy technically died because his eyes were still active and stuff.
Man, true.
I don't
And then
know.
after they were all deactivated, then the puppet reactivated them. He probably woke up and was thinking,
Where the heck
"Where
am
the
I?
heck is everybody?
He's like, what happened?
Hello? I just saw you two. Where you at?
Oh, hey, I see my toes.
Ugh.
Hey, I can see below my
Is it
waistline.
poop on the bottom of my feet?
No, I can see below my waistline.
Oh my
Oh.
God.
Oh my god, is that what my feet look like? I didn't have the ability to look
It's so
down.
small. It's so small.
I'm not putting that in.
I know. This whole part should not be put in.
I think I have children watching my stuff now because of the charity thing. I mean, I know there's a few moms that are waiting for that video, which I don't know if they actually checked yet, but... what else?
There's a lot of this that that should not be put in.
The birth child one I'm keeping. I don't think it's inappropriate.
And the unfortunate thing is,
This is Final
that-
Phrase
is
we're
that
talking
it's
about.
possible. Yeah, and it's entirely possible. It's not out of the question.
There was also a theory, though, that I seen on Instagram Reels about the kid that was talking to Abby off the bus. There was a theory that that kid was Gregory.
I can see it.
I don't really see it. I mean, the hair that's not Gregory hair.
Yeah, the kid is a ginger, so.
Also, the freaking butthead guy. What was his name?
Butthead. What?
The science teacher guy. I called him Mr. Burns because I know it's not his name, but honestly, that was the name that kept going through my one ear and out the other. Mr. Burns. And that's like freaking for The Simpsons.
I did find something out about that character.
Yeah.
It's the same actor who played Nedry in Jurassic Park.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't notice it until I saw someone point it out, and then when I went out to eat dinner, my dad was like, "Did you notice that's Nedry, the guy, same guy who played Nedry?" Which is funny because in both films he got killed.
But this guy, for this instance, Mr. Burns just sucks as a person. Like freaking, the only other person I seen so invested in science was the random doctor guy in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, who's like, if you don't got what it takes, then get out. He's like really strict about like winning and succeeding and making like breakthroughs. You got this one girl who actually built in like a functional android like Elon Musk and stuff, and he's like, whoops, it just freaking just slams it down onto the ground and stomps on it a bit. It's like, oh, it was all an accident. It's a prank. It's just a prank.
Plot twist, and now watch back in the day, he dated Mrs. Schmidt, and she broke up with him, and so that's why he's all pissed off with Abby and just failing her. Another thing I noticed with the toys, especially with Toy Chica, she has spring locks.
I thought she had that with the ribcage and stuff.
Yeah, those are spring locks.
Which is kind of weird. Like I said, I won't like when I rewatch the movie. Part of me feels like they reused that from Springtrap or Afton.
Yeah, which begs the question: do the other classics have spring locks?
I don't even know. I don't even know why the toys have spring locks, unless they decide they didn't know what to do with Toy Chica's torso. That scene, so they just reuse stuff for her.
Maybe.
She is the only one with her chest exposed. Oh. Yeah, she was the only one with her chest exposed, so maybe they didn't have a good plan for her. I mean, they didn't really have much to work with anyways. I mean, the only thing they had was the models without their costumes on in the files for VR.
Yeah.
That's it. I did like how Toy Chica lost her beak.
That was pretty cool to see.
It was still weird that that was the only time that actually happened, even though that's like a significant part of her character in the game. I felt like she should have done the red glowing eye thing, because that's kind of getting annoying.
Yeah, that, and she didn't carry around the toy cupcake the entire time.
I mean, at least the cupcake was there.
Yeah.
But, to be fair,
funny.
The toy cupcake doesn't even show up when she's engaged and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It would have been funny to see the toy cupcake fight the original cupcake. Fight like dogs.
I don't know if you've seen that video with Overwatch versus TF2, the SFM animations. There was one scene where the dove from I gotta show you. There was like one scene where there's the dove from TF2 fighting Bastion's bird. They're all just having like a little fight and stuff to the death, just like everyone else. And then it gets.
I can see it. Just the two cupcakes just acting like dog and going.
Yeah, and then when the bird succeeds, does its back right, then immediately gets flattened by some guy's foot as they're running past and stuff. Like it's just something like that. Like Foxy was just running by and accidentally steps on the cupcake by accident. It's just like after
you saying
victorious.
You saying the thing with the bird? I think if Foxy would have had a parrot, it would have been funny if the two cupcakes are fighting and towards the end the birds came in and like dropped the elbow on the other one.
If only Foxy kissed Mangle, I'm pretty sure the whole fight would have ended right there. I was wondering, why was Bonnie fighting Mangle? Why wasn't it Foxy? Why couldn't we just have them correspond with each other? It's like Bonnie just squares up against Toy Bonnie. Foxy has to deal with whatever Mangle is.
Yeah, because Chica destroyed Toy Chica, Freddy destroyed Toy Freddy. It would have made sense for Bonnie to fight Toy Bonnie and then Foxy to fight Mangle.
Yeah, like I can get it because Foxy had to wrap his hook around Toy Bonnie's neck and throw him out the window. But I can just imagine Bonnie just putting his hand like in front of like Toy Bonnie's face, like shushing him before pulling him out the window. Like grabbing him, like come here.
Don't worry, it'll be over soon.
Yeah, pulls him with the chloroform hand and just pulls Toy Bonnie out the window. But like, why were those two the only ones that had the switch places?
Yeah.
Imagine how interesting that would have been. Besides Mangle just getting pulled out the window, like Mangle actually fights Foxy, like they're freaking squaring up and stuff. No, Bonnie just.
And one thing I noticed, Mangle got thrown through a window, smacked Toy Freddy, then smacked the ground. But Bonnie grabs her, yanks her out the window, grabs the endo head, and just like pops it off like it's a freaking action figure ball joint.
Well, it's simple, really. Mangle's weakness is children, and what do you think Bonnie is? A child.
True.
Mangle died the same way as she was built.
By children.
And I'm still begs the question how Mangle died to that, considering she was ripped apart by children in the first place.
Yeah, like the whole gimmick was a take apart, put back together attraction.
I can understand why.
It would have made.
Yeah, I can understand why Toy Bonnie died. I mean, he got the first class OnlyFans of. I mean, hold on, let me rephrase that. Only feet. Only feet. Toy Bonnie got
the Feet Finder 9000.
Yeah, like friggin' Toy Bonnie got a glimpse of Foxy's foot. He got the fan service, man. And then
Foxy
before
has some
dying,
powerful feet for that.
friggin' broke his face. That is honestly surprising. I mean, to be fair, he can flatten like plastic balls. Step on loose change, and now he's stepping on Toy Bonnie's head. He's just stepped on everything. This is fan service right there. Foxy's feet. Again, and Toy
Now
Chica
watch someone
getting the
has
next
like.
step.
Now watch someone has in their gallery an album of just classic Foxy's feet.
Only feet. Only Foxy's feet.
Feet finder.
Foxy just has this thing for stepping on things. I don't understand it.
Yeah, if he stepped on plastic balls, he's stepping on glass, he's stepping on Bonnie's face.
He's stepping on coins. Like, he stepped on all of it. The only thing he hasn't stepped on was William Afton's remains.
It's like that one scene in Deadpool, but instead of what he said, Fox is like, I'm gonna step on them. I'm gonna step all over them.
You know, when I heard the dum 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 sound in that scene, I was like, oh shoot. Oh, they got messed up
it's
now.
About to go down.
Oh no, they messed with the wrong little girl. They ain't happy.
They found out that the toys were messing with Abby. They're like, no,
Imagine like that.
That's our girl. You ain't doing this.
Yeah, you know that picture with the one white girl on the couch and the 5 black guys in the back. No, instead of that, it's just
Abby with the classics.
No, it's just Toy Chica, and then it's just the classics behind her. Or just all the toys on the couch, and then it's just the classics behind them. Where was Golden Freddy in that too?
Yeah.
When I saw Michael Afton running, I thought Golden Freddy would just sucker punched Michael Afton on the ground.
That would have been great. Is like when he was trying to run away. Like he's running, looking back at like the others and like the classics and the toys, and he just runs face first and falls down, then looks and it's just Golden Freddy. That would have been cool.
That would have been sick as heck, man. What happened? Is Golden Freddy on retirement? What happened to him?
Somebody needs to get Scott Cawthon and Blumhouse on the phone right now. He has some ideas.
Freaking like Dwayne The Rock Johnson sucker punches him, bro. It doesn't matter what your name is. But let's see.
Keep our child's name out of your fucking mouth.
Also, who is this guy? This guy like Michael is friends with. Was he in the first movie? Because he is so forgettable.
Yeah, he was in the first one.
He was talking smack about Vanessa, but to be fair, she is a kook. But
Yeah.
only I get to say that. Not this random. I don't even. He's not even that memorable. He is no freaking. Why did I forget his name? That contradicts what I was saying. Hold on. Let me think. My brain is on Finance of Phrase right now, not Sonic. Wade Whipple. God dang. See, I contradicted my own thing, bro. He is not as memorable as Wade Whipple. So I don't say anything. Shut up. I still know his name. Wade Whipple. But yeah, if freaking that scene alone, bro, that is cinema right there. We need to get Chica in Avengers Doomsday right now. We need to get Freddy and the gang just in there. Foxy's gonna start stepping on people's heads, and Chica's gonna start ripping heads off.
Foxy's gonna start stepping on people that taking pictures for his feet finder.
Honestly, these guys have a thing with their heads. They just like stomping on heads, ripping heads. The only one that hasn't got their head ripped off was Toy Freddy. Freddy went for the waist.
Getting shot in the head.
I was worried that Freddy was gonna have trouble like lifting Toy Freddy off the ground. I was worried that the moment he ripped Toy Freddy in half, he was gonna collapse down to the ground because he was so heavy. He's like,
because when he did that, he was that part of Toy Freddy to be like a pound of not a pound, like a crap ton of bricks. But nope, he twisted his body off, lifted up, and threw it like it was a feather.
It was interesting though to see them in scale with the toys. Oh,
Yeah, that is cool.
It kind of gets me wondering how tall the Wyverns are, considering how big Wizard Frey's head is.
And how weird it looks on his body.
Yeah, you see it.
It
He's
is
like
way too forward.
he is like he's kind of doing like a yuck kind of thing, like slouching kind of thing.
I bet his spine looked exactly like mine.
Oh.
Just like how slouched our heads are.
Is like his posture. He doesn't have a good posture. Everyone else is fine. Just Weird Freddy for some reason. But
I'm not convinced that me and Wither Freya are the same person.
I really wanted to make Withered Chica, the FNAF movie Weird Chica, like a full costume, but right now I definitely cannot because of the Nightmare Bonnie.
I wanted to make a figure too. I want to make a figure, but I just don't have good pictures of their full models. The only reason why I can't do Weird Chica is because I haven't even got to finishing Nightmare Bonnie's head because of procrastination and stuff. Yeah.
I am gonna start filming Nightmare Bonnie because I just sanded his head down. Now he just needs the weathering, and then I gotta figure out how to do his jaw, which will be the complicated part.
Yeah.
But it seems like everyone can make these costumes in the span of like a week-ish. So I kind of have a decent amount of time before they decide, you know what, we will make Five Nights at Freddy's 4.
Yeah, because at least, I want to say FNAF 3 is playing for 2027.
I think so. I mean, they're already beginning to prepare for Five Nights at Freddy's 3. They already said they're beginning production now.
Yeah. I can see filming starting maybe spring, summer.
I gotta think about it. So, Five Nights at Freddy's came out last year, right? The first one.
2023.
So I think there's only 1 year gaps between each one, so maybe Five Nights at Freddy's 3 will show up in early 2027. Maybe. I believe they all came out in December. If I'm correct. I don't remember.
FNAF 1 was before Halloween. I can tell you when that was. So the FNAF 1 movie was released October 27th, 2023.
Okay, so there's a small gap, but 2027 you said? Wait, what year?
Yeah, 2027 for FNAF 3.
Oh, wait, what about... Oh, I thought you were looking at the first FNAF movie.
Yeah, the first FNAF movie was 2023. October 27th, 2023.
Oh, really? So, today's 2025, so there's a 2 year gap then.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so maybe give it
New Year's?
So
maybe that'll be the New Year's movie for 2027?
Maybe, yeah. I think it'll be in early 2027. So I think that's just about right.
Yeah.
Let's see. They're already coming out with the Jazzwares plushies for Wave 2, which is not a surprise considering the movie is out, but I didn't find any, nor did I find the poster when I went today. So they haven't came yet, but I kind of do want to do like a Fazbear hunt for those. See if I can do what I did for the Wave 1 and just get them all at one go.
And apparently the Wave 2, as we're calling it, for the Endo series is being released. So some people have them.
Is it Foxy and Chica?
Yeah.
Also, another thing I thought about, Weird Chica didn't have the elongated face. I thought Mike was gonna cause that. No, they didn't add it. The one thing that made Chica unique, they took away. Like that's why I'm saying I think there's restrictions on these costumes. Like they're not like.
Yeah, it's like,
I think the way they made them are not the same as how everyone else has made them, where it actually works.
Yeah, the only way I can really see it working in the universe and on why it's not is because they were prototypes. I don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong.
It's like, it's weird for them to not do that, like not include that one detail for Wiver Chica, unless either A, they weren't paying attention to the model and they forgot, or B, it has to do with costume restrictions. It's like, they're, like, I've seen cosplayers able to do the Wiver Chica thing with no problem, but it seems like the way they're making the costumes, it's a little, they're doing a more complicated thing. Which is why they had to take that away, or at least sacrifice that for the sake of Chica. I also got completely sidetracked. Back to real quick about Toy Chica losing her beak. So you can see that her eyes can do the thing, the black eyes and stuff. But yet they still resort to the glowing eye thing. Like Toy Freddy literally could have also done that. The black eye thing.
Yeah, because at first my working theory was that because the classics are possessed, and with the way maybe the LEDs are in the eyes, where the LEDs when they light up they can change color, maybe the spirits were using the red for when they were angry. But now that we've seen with Chica, yeah, I don't know.
I guess the only reason why they're doing the glowing eyes is just to show more expression.
Maybe.
But at the same time, it also takes away from that scary bit that they usually had.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was just a weird thing. I mean, at least they put it in, Chica being able to lose her beak. But, you know, it's not... It would have been cool if she'd done that a little more than the glowing eye thing.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. I think this has became more than an hour. Oh, yeah, this has definitely been. I think we started at 7. This is like about 2 hours.
About that. A little bit past 7.
Yes. So I think that's a good way to wrap it up. I think we basically summed up the entire movie, spoiled it for everyone in the first bit. Yeah. We can always just wait till like Daco does the full spoiler version.
Yeah, then. Because then that will give you time to do all the editing.
Daco better like hug those animatronics. He better do it again.
He better give Toy Bonnie a big ol' smooch.
Oh, something we didn't talk about, the end credit music. I predicted it.
Man, I was really hoping for the JT music, Fnaf rap. I was really hoping for that.
It was the second one I thought about was, Try Hard Ninja's, It's Been So Long. I predicted it, man. But it seems like
I guess.
This is the second Try Hard Ninja song that they've used for the movie. So it seems like they're gonna... I
guess that theory was correct, that the Living Tombstone songs are canon.
Yeah, so it seems like for the third movie they might do another Living Tombstone song. So how about we predict that? I don't know, I don't remember any FNAF 3 Living Tombstone songs, so I don't know, what is the most popular one? And maybe we can probably predict what that FNAF 3 is gonna be about.
I'm gonna guess that the music's gonna be what's it called? Oh my god, what's it called?
Wait, didn't they do Hope You Die in a Fire?
That's it. That's probably what's gonna be in the third one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. that's the song for that. But FNAF 4, we already know it's bringing us home. There's no doubt about it.
I think it'll probably be I Got No Time. That seems like they're wanting to go with the Living Tombstone.
Maybe, but I feel like Bringing Us Home is the most popular one. If they're going for popularity, they'll probably go for Bringing Us Home. But we'll see.
Maybe, yeah.
It's either that or I Got No Time. It'd probably be harder for I Got No Time because the lyrics are a little incoherent.
Yeah, maybe what they could do is like if they want to have FNAF 4 be like that one point where it's the end of this era, and then the later films are like a little bit more in the future, like maybe like 5-10 years down the road.
Hey, they
what
can
they
make
could do is have that one be be more like a slowed down version.
Maybe.
Or like an acoustic version.
I was thinking they were gonna do a spin-off for Finest of Phrase World. It would have been
That
fun.
would be cool.
Like, it's just nothing to do with the movie franchise. It's just like it's a little spin-off movie, specifically for kids.
Yeah, one thing I kind of hope they do is like a series on Netflix based off Fazbear Frights.
Yeah, you've mentioned that to me before, and I think it's a
Chase on the
possibility.
Pizzaplex.
Maybe, but they have to do Security Breach first before they can do that.
Yeah, yeah, because
Yeah,
parts
technically.
of that those take place in the Pizzaplex. Although with some differences, like Glamour Chica in the books being yellow, and she's not yellow in the game.
Okay, so now I think we technically wrapped up everything for the FNAF 2 movie. I think we said everything.
I think so.
Alright, I think that's it.
I think so.
End video now. Ending video.